Alright, hey YouTube. Shea Bear 1000 here. Back to the Buick. Pooh Bears oops. Here's what we're going to do. I noticed there is a dent here that I cannot find on the video, so I don't know how that got there. But regardless, I'm going to try to pull that dent out. If not, I'll have to pull the fender off and I don't know if I'm getting this. And pop it out that way and probably have to do some paint. I've got some paint work to do on the hood apparently. That wasn't there, all these little chips. She likes to follow real close to semis, I don't know why, and just spackle the hell out of the front of the car. But anyway, like I said, that bumper, I can match that paint up and paint it, but that's really noticeable as opposed to this side here. Now, as a temporary fix, I may do that until next spring. But once, like I said before, once this plastic gets bent like that and that hard, you're not going to straighten them out. But for temporarily, I may do that before fall and just touch that up, and then because it's not actually the bumper like most people think. This is just plastic. This is just a bumper cover. Your bumper's actually behind this. This is a bumper cover, and as you can tell, it goes clear around the grill. So that's going to be an expensive piece there, but I can probably get one at a scrapyard. Now, this is some of the things I'm going to be using here. I'm going to use some of this stuff on it. Scratch remover for when I buff this out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet sand this with 1500 grit sandpaper to get those scratches out. Hopefully it didn't get into the paint. If it just got the clear coat, we'll be fine. I'm going to use this dent puller to try to pop that dent out. I don't know if it's going to work because it's almost creased right there. It's pretty bad right there, but I think that dent was put in after, because here's where all the damage was done from that tree. So I think that was put in after, but I'm not sure. And this is what I like to use for like this stuff. I'll use a damp sponge on it for an applicator when I need something kind of gritty to cut through this. This black stuff here I'm going to take off, or try to take off with some lighter fluid, but that's a deep scratch right there. I don't know. We're just going to have to see what we come out with, and go from there. But I'm going to set you up on a tripod and I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'll be right back with you. Alright, I'm back with you. Now, they make a stuff. I'm using Zippo lighter fluid. Let me turn the screen around here and get you here so I can see what you can use it on this. I don't know if I use it on the paint, but this is just plastic. Now they make a stuff called Goo Gone. It's a little pricey, but it works good for tar and stuff like this. Now I think this may be sap from that tree, but we're going to put this on here and see if we can get some of this black stuff off here. If not, I'll have to sand that too. I see a little bit over here, but let's see what happens here. Just put a little bit on a soft cloth. That down there. That's what I'm going to do. Just going to lightly start rubbing it, let it get in there, and then I'll really start to buff and see if we can get this stuff to come out. And if not, then I will have to sand it. That's on there pretty good, but let's see what happens after it gets to soaking. Okay, YouTube, I'm back. I don't know if you can see that, but it took some of it off. If I work a little bit longer on it, I might be able to get it all off, but I'll probably end up having to wet sand that 1500 grit sandpaper too. What we're going to do is we're going to try to get this dent out right now. This is just a cheap dent puller from Advanced Auto. So we're going to try to see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get this dent out of here. I hope, but if not, well, we'll go to plan B later on sometime. But what I like to do is put a little dampness on it, make it wet. I'm going to put it right over top of the dent, push in, and pull this handle up like that. Get you up here a little bit more, and then I'm just going to pull it out. And by golly, it did it. Pop that dent right out of there. Nice. Nice. Alright, so that took care of the dent. A lot of times what you do, I'm not a body guy. I know some of you body guys are going, hey, that's easy. I know. I'm a mechanic, not a body guy, but I know a little bit about it for something like this. But you got to be careful because sometimes the paint will actually crack by pulling that dent out. And also sometimes, anytime you dent metal, it stretches. So when you pop that dent out, it's still not perfect. Now it'll look fine and everything like that, but if you run your hand across there, you can actually feel it. But that wasn't such a big dent, so it'll be fine. There's a little bit right there I can feel, but you won't be able to see it, so it's okay because it's just very lightly. There's a little dimple there, but you know, it's a 2000 Buick. It's not a show car. We take it to shows, but it's still nice. So we want to keep it nice. It's an everyday driver, so we want to keep it decent. I mean, you guys have seen the videos in the mud and everything and what we do with this car, so. But we still want to keep it nice for when we do go places and stuff on our little journeys. We want it to look decent, so. It's not going to be perfect by no means, but it's just our everyday driver. So there's that. There's a little bit there I may try to get out, but I'm gonna show you how to wet sand these scrapes and get these off of here. I don't think it's down to the paint, but we'll find out shortly. So when I get ready, I'll be right back with you. All right, we're back. What I'm gonna do is wet a piece of the sandpaper. Like I said, it's 1500 grit, real fine. It's almost feels like suede, I guess, for lack of better words. Wet or dry sandpaper, but you always want to do this wet if you're working on something like this, because you don't want to add more scratches. You want to take out the scratches. Now also, I have used 1500 grit. Start out with 1200, wet sanded the whole car, went to 1500, wet sanded it, and then even went to 2000 and wet sanded it, and then I rubbed it out with rubbing compound and then put a high buff shine on it, and it's like a mirror. I mean, that's how them guys get them show cars looking so pristine and just like a mirror. It's amazing. You know, you'll be able to see a difference in this once I get this, how shiny that is. Pooh Bears likes it. I may end up having to do the whole damn thing, but so I'm just going to wet my sandpaper here and just start sanding, see where we go from here. See, it's getting that sap or whatever. That's what you see coming off of there. That stuff right there, that's that sap or tree, whatever the hell the tree had in it. And you can feel it cutting, but you don't want to rub too hard, because especially a car like this, I don't know how many coats of clear they put on it, so I'm just going to try just enough to get these scratches out, and then we'll use some more scratch remover and we'll go from there. Now I'll just I'll wipe that off a second and show you the difference, how it's coming out there. So, and then you'll see how dull that looks. It'll be shiny once I put the other stuff on, trust me. So I'll get back with you once I get this all off of here, and then I'll show you how to buff this out. Now I do have a buffer, but I'm not going to use it on just this little section. Run an extension cord out and stuff. I'll buff it when I do the whole car, but you'll get an idea. So I'm going to keep working on this, and I'll be back with you. Alright guys, we're back. I know what y'all are thinking. Why is it so dull? That looks worse than before. Well, you're right, but you're going to have to trust Shea Bear on this one. That's what that stuff over there is for. Okay? I'm going to show you how to apply that. As you can see, it didn't get all the scratches out because those are actually into the paint. So those are not going to come out, but it's sight better than what it was. So I'm going to show you how I apply this, and so you can get an idea what we're going to be doing here. Shake it up real good. Okay. Now what I use on something like this, I'll use a damp sponge. You can buy them applicators, they work really well. It's just got to be damp, not wet. So wring it out really well. What it does, just makes it go farther. You can put it on dry if you really need the extra cutting power, which I may have to do, but we'll see. You gotta pull this thing off of it, and I can never get it. There we go. Okay. Now, put our cap back on it. Whoa, put a little bit on there, just a little bit for something like this for right now. And I'm just going to show you, just give you an idea of what this stuff's going to do. Seems like it's a little thin, maybe I got too much water on it. Rub it. Now, what I should be using is rubbing compound. I can't find my rubbing compound, but I'm going to use it. It's a scratch and swirl remover. So for this, it'll probably work just fine with this application. Because like I say, when next nice day when we buff it all out and make it look pretty again, I think it'll be okay. But you know, it's not a show car by no means. So I'm going to let that dry, and I'll get back to you, and we'll rub it off. I'll show you what it'll look like. Okay, camera shut off. But anyway, I hope this camera's picking this. It's kind of gloomy out. Got this soft cloth here. That's dry where we just put that scratch remover on here. And there you go. The shine is coming back. Now, I'm going to rub this the rest of the way out, all this other. There's another spot up here I see. It's got a little scratch. I'm going to go ahead and take care of that while I'm doing this. And, but that's all you got to do. Just a lot of elbow grease. Rub it out nice and good. And there you go. The shine will come back. So I'm going to keep working on this, and I'll get back with you. Hi, YouTube. Here it is. Let me get you some close-up shots. Like I said, there's a little ding right here. Where the hell did it go? And right there. Now this is an outer fender. There's an inner fender. A couple bolts to take this right off, which I will do when I do the bumper. Get them little dings out. It's no big deal, but I think it looks a lot better. Let's see what you guys think. I'm gonna take a couple still images here. Like I said, of course I didn't do anything with the bumper, but that's what we're looking at right there. Oh, something else neat. I know you guys probably seen a video of when I put the stereo on. I don't know if I did an after. Put this on pause for a second. Alright, YouTube, sorry about that. Had to change the battery. Anyway, there's her stereo. I don't know if you can see it real well, but there's her stereo that I bought for her for Christmas. I also got these for her for Christmas. Pretty cool. Got the monitor headrest, both sides. Pretty awesome. She's got it all cleaned out. But anyway, back to this. Hi, Pooh Bear.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
You're smiling today. What's up?
I'm glad you're fixing my car.
Still got a couple dings in it though.
Yeah, but it looks a whole lot better than what it did yesterday.
In fact, I think maybe that one up on top was already there, wasn't it?
It could have been.
I think it was there when last time I buffed it out.
Could have been.
I think it was. But anyway, there it is. Get a little close up there. All that black stuff's gone. Like I said, there's 2 scratches that it did get into the paint, but it's fine. I'm pretty sure. Got this on tripod. I'm pretty sure this ding was already here. One of them was. I'm pretty sure. I think it was this one, but like you said, the metal stretches, so it did pop out pretty good. Bumper, we're not going to worry about right now. I mean, I may sand that off and just touch it up until next spring, and then I got to do the hood. Probably just wet sand the whole car, and back there on the trunk, I did that when we was putting a, I don't know if you can see it, computer chair in there. Kind of hooved it out, but we'll wet sand the whole thing, and I'll probably just clear coat the whole thing. Just depends on if we still got it, but we're done with it now, and I think it turned out pretty good. I did get the buffer out and buffed a little bit on it, but it did better by hand, didn't it?
It sure did.
Because the buffer don't get down in them little places we needed to, so.
Yeah.
Oops. So what do you think?
I think it looks great.
What we're going to do now?
Have no idea.
Thought we was going to go wash it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go wash the car. After that, I have no idea.
Okay, somebody made a comment. What'd she call it? The poo car.
Yeah, the poo car.
It was so cool. She was like, never fear, poo car. You know, it was like, okay, that was cool. So now we have a name. It's called the poo car, huh?
Yeah.
So there's I'm Shea Bear, that's Pooh Bear, and this is the poo car. So our viewers, they're something else, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
So that was awesome, you know, like the one dude called us the Bears. Now we're the Bears. We're the Bear family. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, never fear, poo car. It was awesome.
It's not like my Batmobile.
It ain't no Batmobile. It'll never be a Batmobile.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you want me to put a turbine engine in.
That might be just a little too much power for me.
Well, you won't need a driver's license. You just have to get a pilot's license.
Oh, okay.
That way I don't have to worry about you hitting trees, just tall buildings. Another 9/11 incident. Son of a bitch. Never mind, it was just a poo car. Alright, we're going to go. Enough chit chat, so.
Alright, Pooh Bear out.
Alright, Shea Bear and poo car. There you go. We're gone, so thanks for watching.